Okay, complementary angle, x and y adds up to 90 degrees. Good. What about supplementary angle? X plus y? 180. Okay. Opposite angles, it means that x equals z and w equals y. Good job. Sum of a triangle, that means all three angles in the triangle add up to 180 degrees. Good. Okay. Make sure you know the spelling and the name of these. Okay. Complementary, supplementary, opposite, sum of a triangle. What about the relation in quadrilateral? What can you say? Yep. So so there's supposed to be one more line here. So w plus x plus y plus z adds up to 360 degrees. Okay. What about in a circle? A plus b plus c also equals 360. Okay. Okay. Traversal. This is a traversal line. That's what it's called. On the test on Monday, you'll see this word come up. So it's just this line that cuts through two parallel lines. They just have a special name for it. So this is called the traversal. These two lines are parallel if the angles are the same. Okay, so Z pattern right here. So that means 3 equals to 6. Can you name me another pair of alternate angles? 5 and 4. Good. The backward Z. Okay, corresponding F pattern. So that means 4 and 8 are equal. Can someone name another pair? Yep. 6 and 2. Yeah, the upside down F. Good. Co-interior. 4 and 6. What about them? Are they equal? Right, they add up to 180. Okay, another example. Yeah, 3 plus 5 gives you also 180. Good job. The backward C. Okay. You need to know the formal name. Alternate, corresponding, co-interior. On the test, it's not enough to just say Z pattern, F pattern, C pattern. You need to know these names. Okay, and the spelling of these names. Remember, spelling does count on the test. Okay, half a mark off for the wrong spelling. Okay. Isosceles, in an isosceles triangle, remember if these two lengths are the same, that means these two angles are the same. And angle B equal angle C. Okay. It's not angle A and B, it's the 2 that makes the angle with the third side. Okay. On the test, you will see a couple of isosceles triangles, so make sure you know those. Okay, so as I told you, I told you one of the questions on the test, labeling. Okay, so you're gonna see this same circle, but your circle might look like this or look like this. Okay, so don't just remember the order of the names. Okay, Pedro?
Will there be a word back?
A word like this? Yes, for this question, yes. Okay, but for the others, you do have to memorize the terms. Okay. Okay. So what is this? What is this one? It's pointing at the whole circle. Circumference. Good. Circumference. Okay. Since there's a word back, you better not spell it wrong. Okay. This one. A chord. Okay, so it ends in it touches the circumference, so that's a chord. Okay, the line outside that touches one point, tangent. Okay, this one, that's this line across the middle of your circle, diameter. Good. Then what is half of it? Radius. Okay, this one, which is part of the circumference, arc. And so finally, elimination, this inside section right here is called a sector. Okay. So if you memorize this diagram, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 easy marks. Okay. The angles. Okay, so when I looked around, I saw the improvement. Okay, you guys were able to like highlight the arc much better now. Okay, so what is x right here? 80. Good. For the sake of the review, what is this? What is the name of this angle? Inscribe. How do you spell inscribe? Inscribed angle. Okay. And what about the x? This is called your central angle. Central. Okay. And then this one right here, this is my arc. So x is 30 degrees because both of them are my inscribed angles. Same idea right here. This is my arc. So x and y are both 20, 20, 20. Okay. I have a tangent. I have a tangent touching the circumference. So angle x is 90 degrees. Since this is 90, this is 25. Sum of a triangle, this would make it 65. Good. So tangent. This is an isosceles triangle. What is angle x? How do I know? It looks like it, but how do I know it is? Yep. Perfect. So this is the diameter, which makes this the inscribed angle, which is 90 degrees. Okay, so if this is 90 and it's an isosceles triangle, that means this angle is the same as this angle. So 180 minus 90 divided by 2, you get 45. Good. Okay. Okay, what's y? 5 centimeter, right? This is a length. Okay, so this is 5 centimeter. And then x is an angle. Since this is an isosceles triangle, that means this angle is the same as this angle. So x is 20 what? Degrees. Okay, remember length are always centimeters, meters, millimeters. Angles are always in degrees. Okay, I have a quadrilateral inside a circle. So what's the connection between these two angles? It adds up to 180. So x would have to be 70. Okay, and then y is 85. Okay. This one, I changed one of the numbers so that it works. Same idea. So these two right here should add up to 180. So x plus 90 plus x, it should give me 180 degrees. Okay, so algebra, 2x plus 90 equals 180. So move that 90 over. So 2x equals 90. So x equals 45. Okay. If you do this side, you should get the exact same thing. All right, I could just to check my answer. 2x minus 30 plus 120, it should give you 180. Okay, so when I simplify this, I get 2x plus 90 equals 180. Move that over, so I get 2x equals 90, x equals 45 degrees. Okay, so I get the same answer, same x value. Okay. Given the set of parallel lines, list the patterns and find the angles. So right here, I have an isosceles triangle. So A equals B equals 180 minus 110, and then divided by 2. On your calculator, remember to do the numerator first, press equal sign, and then divide by 2. Otherwise, your calculator is going to do this, and then subtract it from 180. Okay, so order of operation, make sure you don't get tricked. Okay, so 70 divided by 2, that means A and B is 35 degrees. All right. The rest of these are just from your Z pattern, F pattern, C pattern. So what is C? 110, because what's your reason? Justify your reason? Not alternate. Yeah, all right. Because the F pattern, so that means it's, so C, oh, so here. Don't forget to write your reason. So this one, it was because of sum of triangle. C is 110 because of corresponding. Okay. D, 70, and the reason, Dushan? Supplementary. Okay, it's a straight line that adds up to 180 degrees. Okay, how do I get E? D and E, what's the connection between D and E? F pattern, good, but it's not called F pattern. Corresponding. So this is E, F. So if I know that E is 110, how do I find F? Not alternate.
The C, what's the name? Co-interior.
Co-interior, right. Okay, so F is, here, I'll write it up here. F is 180 minus 110, which is 70, and the reason co-interior is the C pattern. Okay, so on the test, if you just write C pattern, you're not getting the mark.
Not even half.
Nope.
So that's reasoning.
It's still a C, but C is just like our lazy way of remembering.
Remember something at least.
But you need to, so now remember the formal name. Why is E110? It's not. You're right. I wrote the other way. D is, 70. It's supposed to be 70. Yes. E is 70 because of corresponding. And so that changes my answer for F as well. Yeah, so it's the other way. And this was the trick that I was teaching you guys too in class. I was saying in a diagram with a lot of parallel lines, the numbers that you're going to get for all the answers is either 70 or 110, 70 or 110. And the easiest way to do this is looking at the angle. This is an acute angle, so 70. This is the obtuse angle, so 110. This is the acute angle, so 70. This is the acute angle, so 70. No? So if you just look at it, all of the angles are either going to be 70 or 110. So looking at this, G, does it look like an acute angle or obtuse? Acute, so it's 70. What about H? Does it look like it's an acute angle or obtuse? Acute, so it's 70. Exactly, yeah. So G is same idea. So it's the C. So G is 70 degrees. It is also because of co-interior. And then lastly, H is 70 because of the X pattern. So opposite. Yeah. X pattern is a pattern. Just for the sake of the thing, I'm gonna add in I. All right. Just for the sake of the review, I added in I. What is I? 70. What pattern did you use? Good. See, that's why I wanted to do this one. Okay, so even though this doesn't look like it, it is a backwards Z. Do you call this Z or Z? Okay, so this is the backward Z. So if this is 70, this is also 70. So the formal name, alternate. Okay. Make sure you know all those names. Alternate, co-interior, corresponding, supplement, opposite, complement. Okay. Okay. Moving along. These ones right here. So if RS is the median means that this length is equal to this length. So if the whole length right here, this is 7 inches, then PS is half of it. So PS equals 3.5. Okay, so you just have to divide it by 2. Okay. When 3 medians connect, what is this point called again? Centroid. Do you need to know the name for the test? Yes. Yes. Okay. Did I go over the other names with you guys? No? Okay, then don't worry about it. You only need to know centroid. Okay. FYI, the other names, 3 right bisector is called a circumcenter, and 3 altitude is called the orthocenter. Alright, you need to know that for grade 10. But for Monday, you just need to know that.
I have to memorize for grade.
Lots. You don't get a formula sheet.
Why?
Because no, because you need to prepare you guys for grade 11 and 12. Yeah. You get nothing in grade 11 and 12. Okay, so if this is the centroid and AD is 21 centimeters, find the length of AO and OD. So how many parts? Good. So you have 1 part, 2 part, 3 part. So 21 divided by 3, each part is 7 centimeters. So if this is 7 right here, this is 7 right here, this is 7 right here. So AO is 14 centimeters. And OD, 7 centimeters. Okay. Oh, yes. MN is the median of this triangle. If KL, the whole thing is 8x minus 6, and KN, which is half of it, is 6 minus 5x, determine the value of x. Okay, so what's the connection between these two lengths? It's half of it, or the other way to say it, I can say this is half of this, or I can say this is double that. Okay, so both way works. Let's say double, because I think it's a little easier to do than doing the fraction. So this is double that. Right? KL is double KN. So to set it up, I have it written like this. Okay, so 8x minus 6 equal 12 minus 10x. Move that over to the other side, you get 18x equals 18. So when you divide it, x equals 1. Okay. What's my unit? Yards. Okay. Okay. Number 4. VW, again, is the median. So it means that this length is equal to this length. So if TW is negative 5 minus 2x, and UW is 3x plus 15, what can you say about these two? They're the same, so equal them. So 3x plus 15 equal negative 5 minus 2x. Okay, solve for the algebra. Move that over, you get 5x. Move this over, you get negative 20. So when you divide it, x equals negative 4. Okay, now if you're thinking, negative 4 inches? That's not possible. Well, if you substitute it in the actual dimension, negative 5 minus 2 times negative 4, you actually get 3 inches. And then here, 3 times negative 4, negative 12, plus 15, you also get 3 inches. Okay? So the actual dimension itself is positive, so it's okay. Even if your x value is negative, as long as your dimension is positive, it's all good. Okay. This one, DF. This is the median, so again, this length equals this length. EC is 6x plus 2. Then what is EF? Okay, so how do I find EF? Divided by 2, it's half of it. So 6x plus 2 divided by 2, that means you get 3x plus 1. EF is 3x plus 1. So you're right. Alright, last one right here. I left out one piece of information. So if I don't tell you that, it's not solvable. Okay, so CV, this part right here is 2x plus 3. And then the whole thing is 90. So that whole length is 90. So what's the connection between SV and CV? Not half. A third, right? So this 90 divided by 3, that means each part is 30. So that means this part right here is 30. So 2x plus 3 equals 30. Move that over to the other side. 2x equals 27. So when you divide it, x is 13.5. Okay. And it's okay for it to be a decimal. Okay, so again, where I got that 30 is because this is my centroid, and I know that my median is broken up into 3 parts. 1, 2, so 1, 2, 3 parts. So if the whole thing is 90, that means each part is 30. Okay, so then 2x plus 3 equals 30, and then I solve. Okay. Last page. Okay. Supplementary angle. So I can add up these two, and it should equal what? 180. 2x plus 7 plus 3x plus 8. It should equal to 180. Collect like terms. So 5x plus 15 equals 180. Move that over. So 5x equals 180 minus 15, 165. And then divide it by 5. So x equals 33. Okay. This one. Okay. How do I start? Okay, equal what though? You need an equal sign somewhere to solve. Sorry? No, but how did you start? Petro? How did you start this question? Okay. Sophia?
6y plus 15.
Yeah. Opposite angles. Opposite angles are the same. So 9y equal 6y plus 15. Right? These two angles are the same. So move that over. You get 3y equals 15. So y equals 5. Alright. How am I going to use this to solve for y? Sorry, to solve for z. I sub in this into where? 9y. Yeah, so this is 9y. If y is 5, that means this angle right here is 45 degrees. Z. Oh, it's a Z. On the new version, I did make it clear that this was a Z. Yeah. So if this is 45, then Z right here is a supplementary angle. So 180 minus 45, that's 135. So that means this angle has to be 135. So 5z equals 135. Z equals 135 divided by 5, 27. Be proud of yourself that you got it right. Don't sound surprised. All right. This one, complementary angle. If this is 60, that means x is 30. And then supplementary angle. If this is 30, then y is 150. Good. And then z right here. How do I calculate z? Right. Supplementary angle again. So if this is 90, that means z is 90. It's a straight line. Okay. This one, isosceles triangle. Yep, so that means this is 50. So that means this is 50. And so y is going to be minus 50, minus 50. So y is 100. No, sorry, 80. 80. Right? This triangle has to add up to 180. So if this is 50, this is 50. That means this is 80. And W? 50, opposite angle. Okay. These ones. So, right, there's a mistake in this. It's okay. What is the connection? Yeah. Okay, so 2x plus 40 plus x plus 30, it equals, actually, oh yeah, it's not. Okay, it's not equal to that. Okay, why is it not equal to exactly? Okay, the quadrilateral, that opposite thing, it's only if it's inside a circle. there's no circle here. So all we know is that the 4 angles add up to 360. Okay, so 2x plus 40 plus 90 plus x plus 30 plus x equals 360. Somebody's very happy. Somebody's very happy. All right. So when you add this up, 2x plus x, you get 4x. 40 plus 90 plus 30, 160 equals 360. So when you subtract it, 4x equals 200, x equals 50 degrees. Good. Okay. So x. Okay. This one. Okay, this one is a little tricky. I see an isosceles triangle, and I know that this is 20 degrees. So what I want to do first is, it means this is also 20 degrees. Now I know I didn't have to find that angle, but I need to write down everything that I know in a circle. So all the little piece of information, write it down in your diagram, and then it will help you with the next step. So since I know this is 20, I can actually figure out what that is. 140, right? 180 minus 20, this makes it 140. So, right, because this is a supplementary. So it's a straight line supplementary. That means x is 40 degrees. It is not 20. Okay, this is not a set pattern. Why is it not a set pattern? It's not parallel lines. Okay, so in order to use the Z pattern, it has to be parallel. This and this obviously is not parallel, so it's not the same. So y is 40. Yeah, because it's an isosceles triangle, upside down isosceles triangle. So you know that. So if this is 40, this is 40. Now we can figure out what this is. 180 minus 40. So this is 100 degrees. Okay, so 120. So Z is 60. Okay, so you actually had to the very first step was you had to find something that you didn't need to find. And then you can work your way around the whole diagram. Okay, almost done. This one right here, I didn't give any angles. But what do I know in this triangle? Isosceles, so this angle is equal to this angle. So that means this is also 2x minus 10. Okay, now what about these 3 angles? Yeah, so add it all up to equals 180. So 2x minus 10 plus 2x minus 10 plus x, it equals 180. So add it all up, I get 5x minus 20. Move that over to the other side. So I get 5x equals 200 divided. So x equals 40 degrees. Okay. And then last one right here. Okay. This one, 2 different ways you can solve this. You can do 180 minus 126. Whoops. And then get that this is 54. And then add these up to equal to 180. Or, who remembers the exterior formula? Sean? Yeah, so these 2 angles add up to equal that angle. So these 2, when you add up these 2 angles, it equals that. So I could simply just do 2x minus 15 plus x, and it equals 126. Okay. If you don't remember this method, you could just do the 54 and then add them up to 180. It's the same thing. Okay. So 3x minus 15 equals 126. So 3x equals 126 plus 15, 141, divided by 3. So x is 47 degrees. Okay. How many of you got all this correct on this back page? All right, good. Most of them correct? All right. So if you see these questions on the test on Monday, would you be able to do it? Okay. So just to give you guys some hints. Okay, so let's say. Okay, for example, something like this, I could ask you in different wording. So I could say, for what value of x will make these two lines parallel? For what value of x will make these two lines parallel? 30. Yeah. All right. Yeah, but see, I the wording. All right, so that's why I wanted to go over the wording so you're not surprised, because I could ask it like this. I'll write it out. What value of x makes these two lines parallel? Okay, so I could ask it like this instead of just saying solve for x. Okay. So we solved a few. I solved this triangle. Oh yeah, what property? Alternate. Good. Okay. Circle. Let's do some circle. This is my center. Okay. This is 80. Okay. What's x? And the reason? Good. Okay. What else? Fine. Just the labeling. These ones. Good. Okay. Okay. What is this point called again? Centroid. Good. If AM equals 6x minus 10, plus 10, let's do plus 10, then and CM is 20 centimeters. Find AC. Okay, try this one. Try it. Try it out. It's okay if it's a decimal. I know. I was seeing if you guys actually understood the question. And so for X. Yeah, I was looking at like all of you guys to see if you guys would catch that. Okay, so Petra was the only one that caught it. If I told you what CM is already, it doesn't matter with this part. AC is just double it, which is 40.
Oh.
Yeah. But now I ask you to solve for X. Five? Try. Okay. So first part was if this is 20, then I know that AC is 40 because it's doubled, right? So what is the whole length then? 60. Yeah, because you add it. So that means, so AM equals 60. So if AM is that, so 6x plus 10 equals 60.
So it's gotta be a decimal.
Yeah. So 8.3. Does that make sense? No, because I'm only asking you to solve for x. So, yeah. Okay. So this one was a little tricky. What else? Do you guys want another one of like this? No. Well, you are gonna see a question like that on the test on Monday. Anything else?
The algebra everything like not this.
Yeah. So that's this.
Oh.
I could add in something. So like let's say this is B. So
Ask them
possible. What does perpendicular bisector imply? Okay, so median implies that you divide it by 2, like it's equal on both sides. What about perpendicular bisector? Brianna? Okay. What about the angle? 90 degrees. So that's what it implies. Okay. Let's say if dm equals let's say I don't know 3x plus 5. What is bm? What is BM? Okay, another one of those tricky questions. Yeah. BM is also 3m plus 5 because it's the median. So this length equals this length. So it's just also 3m plus 5. And so if dB is 20 centimeters, solve for x. Here, I'll zoom it out. Okay, so if the whole thing is 20, solve for x. Okay, try it. Sophia, try this one. What did you get? Okay, try it. You get a decimal. That's right. Huh? Good. Yeah. You got it. All right. So if dm here is 3x plus 5, and you know that the whole length is 20, how long is just dm then? How long is dm? 10. Yeah. So then 3x plus 5 equals 10. Move that over to the other side. So 3x equals 5. And so x equals 1.6. Okay. Alternatively, you could have did the other way as well. You could have did 2 times 3x plus 5 equals 20. You'll get the same answer. Okay, so I think we're good with these. Any questions? Do you guys want me to make up a few more questions for you guys to try over the weekend, or are you guys just gonna study this package? Study the package? Okay. Make sure you actually study the whole package. There's a lot of algebra angle questions. There's going to be circle questions. These ones where you have to solve with the algebra. Don't forget you have to memorize all these terms, and then you should be good. Okay? Yeah. Okay.